hope I turned all the notification stuff off.
Turn your phone down.
No, I'm on it.
Turn your ding-dings.
Your ringer's off.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good Monday morning. That poor plant, I just now seen. I guess I hadn't taken very good care of it. Say hello as you come in so I can say hello back. Of course, I won't be able to say hello to everyone, and I am a minute late. I do apologize. You're more important to me than that. Are you? Good morning, Sandy. Girl, my joy stone, I told him put it on the porch, but he put it on the wrong porch. I'll have it out here for next week. Good morning, Michelle. Hey, Betty. Vicky, good morning. My husband said to give you a big, big thank you. He really appreciated you and your generosity when he took you to the airport. That was very kind. It's the little things sometimes that just make somebody so happy. Thank you for a great weekend. I'm glad the Hubs refused to come back to the airport. Man, me too. I'm glad he was being not nice that day. It was a great time. We had a blast. Good morning, Sheila and Charlene. Hey, Murgy. How are you, Murgy? You know, is it Murgy or Murgy?
I think it's Murgy.
Will it perk up my plant? That's great. It'll remind me to water it, right? Hi, Nell. How are you? Hey, Retta. Good morning, Rhonda. Hey, Vicky and Kay. Hey, Miss Kay. He's pretty sweet. He is. Y'all don't have to live with him, but who you met is who he is. He's a very, very sweet man. Murgy. See, thank you. I'm pretty sure I've said it correctly in the past, but, you know, after the last few days, I don't know if I could say my own name. Good morning, Leanne and Amy. Huh?
Annette King.
Annette, good morning.
I missed her.
All right, y'all. Whew. We're too old for this lifting and cooking and, you know, taking a nap from 3 in the morning to 6 in the morning and rolling again. We're going to have to do some rethinking next year. Good morning, Jace. Hey, Judy. Is it possible to turn that fan on low?
Absolutely.
Just low. Thank you. Good morning, Bobby. See you in a little while. Thanks, Charlotte. We try. Good morning, Robin. Hey, Monkey. How's my little cupcake? You faring okay? Hi, Cindy. The live stream was awesome. I haven't laughed that much in a while. Hopefully my health will be better next year. I missed part of it. We loved having you, Lori. We were so excited that you were a part of the event. It just wouldn't have been the same without you. All right, y'all. So, I know a number of you saw my monkey's dragon butt. Ain't we all?
Yeah.
I got aches, so I didn't know there was something to ache there. But it's all worth it. Every bit of it was worth it. If you didn't see last night's live, it was my thank you live. Because I was sitting and just thinking about the blessings that I have. And so I think today we're going to talk a little bit about blessings and gratitude and appreciation in every facet of life. But in this particular facet, I sat back and I looked at my friends who showed up, didn't complain. Well, they might have complained about an ache or two, but you know. Or if I said, no, I don't want it done that way. But mostly, 99.9, they rocked the house. They stood on their feet all day for 3 days, cooking, cleaning, sanitizing after everyone left at the end of the day, making sure everyone had what they needed, serve the meals, the drinks. It was just so, well, gratifying to me to see that without complaint. And they wanted everybody to be happy. That was our goal. We talked about this at the event as a group, as an entire group. We all needed that detox from the world around us and to be with people of like mind and interests. It was amazing. I really can't even, none of us, it's hard to put into words unless you were actually there. We were all so happy to see each other physically, because none of us have been able to do anything since Crafters Convention, as far as retreats and just getting together. And so it was such a blessing. It was. The designers rocked the house. They were so fun and funny and so inclusive. They didn't exclude themselves from everyone. They went around. They did sit at the table and get to know each other. You got to remember, these designers, not all of them have known each other. And so they got to know each other a little better as well. Lucy, stop walking around. Sit down. Lay down. Whatever. Lay down, Lucy. Lay down. I'm sorry. She's shaking the table. We might need to let her in.
Come on, Lucy.
Oh, she's ready. Did you see her? She
Yeah.
just took off. Denise, love your husband, Jim. My husband had nothing but good to say, and what you guys did for him meant the world to him. He felt so, I don't know, special. And he is, we know that. But so I wanted to make sure that you understood that. Good morning, Beverly. How are you? It did go very, very well. We all laughed so hard for 2.5 days. We were all talking about that. Our sides were sore from the laughing. Probably we laughed the most at the end when the guys did their, wasn't really a challenge as far as a competition, but it was, oh my God. We were all like, oh my God, I'm going to pee if they don't quit making me laugh. Anyway, it was so fun. So every one of you that attended, you made it amazing, and I thank you for that. We adulted, y'all. And you'll see a lot of pictures, and you'll see in the majority of those pictures, there were no masks, but what happened is we gave everybody the option in the photos. You'll see masks under our chins, hanging off our ears, and in our hands. Everybody that took a picture wanted to see each other's faces. Someone had said to Damon, this may be the last opportunity I get to have a picture with you. I'd really like to see your smiling face in that memory. So adults made adult decisions. But you weren't there, so you don't know how often people did wear their masks and walked around with their masks on, and all the other safety measures that we weren't required to put in place, but we did. You're going to hear some people sneezing. Well, guess what? It's allergy season here in Central Texas. The winds blow something new in every day. So, y'all don't panic. We're all going to be fine. Good morning, Emily. How are you? Good morning, Dawny. I have Dawn here, and I have Deanna here. Jesse and Deborah are at the shop shipping orders that came in and shipping those that needed to have their products they purchased at the event here, so that they probably aren't going to be able to chime in too much. So, how many of you had your morning mirror talk? I did. And I said, oh my gosh. These are happy, happy bags and lines because it was an amazing time. But what I talked to myself about this morning is you are worthy. You did the best you possibly could. And you can be your own blessing. I'm a blessed person because I have chosen to surround myself, it's a choice, with people that also choose joy. but not more importantly, but and they also choose to be kind and loving and giving and have that servant heart, and are choosing to live their best lives.
How do they get a TDR t-shirt?
I think you go to the TexasDesignersRoundup.com and there's a link there.
Jesse
You funny.
was on here.
Huh?
Jesse was on here.
If Jesse's on here, she'll put on there where to go,
Morning, y'all. It won't let me comment, so I can't make any comments.
Why won't it let you comment?
I don't know. It's being stupid. It's not woke up like I am or something. I don't know. So I'm not ignoring them.
Hey Carl, how are you? Lynette, I was so excited that you were able to make it. She didn't think she was going to be able to make it. She was able to almost last minute. It was so awesome to see her and to see her laughing and smiling and having a good time. It was awesome. And remember this. I like to, y'all know. I feel like it's our community is the community that love built. We all love creating. We all love or are passionate about that side of ourselves, and more importantly, we show love to one another. Well, if you ever needed to see that in action, it happened this last week. Everybody was so kind and loving and happy, and that was my gift. That was my gift for being able to pull it off somehow, to have this event. My gift was seeing all the smiles and all the love and the generosity. We raised just shy of $6,000 for our charities. First, there was a lot of people that had to leave before the auction, and for the small group that was there, it was absolutely incredible. Thank you all for donating. The charities are going to not believe it. But the evidence was there at TDR that this truly is a community of love. So when you see the negative Nellies or the naysayers in any community, y'all, move on past that BS, please. Move on past. Me too, Lynette. My cup runneth over. I'm just saying. We've already planning next year's. Tickets will go on sale relatively soon, so we can give you a long payout. I just really have to finalize with a different event facility and, get that ball rolling, and then I can release them. And yeah, there's going to be live stream. I can tell you it will be either the weekend of the 15th or the weekend of the 22nd in October. We already have, I don't have my list, but since I just spoke to them yesterday, I know Damon, Dylan, Scott, Crazy Maisie. See, I don't even remember.
Emily wants to know how much money was raised for the charities from the auctions.
$6,000, Emily.
Plus some live stream people want to donate too, so we don't know.
Yeah, we don't have the final count because there were some people from the live stream that wanted to donate. Oh, we have
Some of them.
Coach Fancy. She will be at 2021. I invited her to the meet and greet. She's awesome. Y'all are going to love this woman. Not to mention her designs. So she will be there as well. There are a few others. We will put the list out when I have each of those firmed up. We're including some new people this year next year that have not designed at TDR before. They're very talented and maybe not so well known, but they will be after TDR. Just saying.
They want to know how many tickets will be available next year.
More than this year. We had to cut the ticket sales in more than half We had to have a stopping point because we had to have that 6 feet of separation between the tables this way and this way. So that limited us very much. So we're probably looking at between 150 and 200 would be my guess, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
Is there going to be a link to donate?
You know, I'll have to ask Jesse how to do that.
Yeah, you'll
Hopefully by the end of the week we can get something up, and once we get back and get in gear again.
Some people sent it to my PayPal with the word donation for TDR
2020.
auction.
Yeah.
Already. That would be countrycottageqm@gmail.com. That is my, I know. Scott's like, what the hell, girl? This don't even match your company.
And the TDR t-shirts are on Ranch House website under products and gifts.
Got it. Yay, Jesse, thanks.
No, actually that was from Sandy Loomis.
Of course it was. Sandy knows how to keep my button gear. Let me tell you. She rocked the house with just her kindness and helping me and reminding me of things. And when I was like, she lifted me right up. Thank you guys very, very much. Your generosity to me, all of you that attended, was incredible. All right. I want you all to sit back and notice. Sit back and notice what your blessings are. Yes, so many of us have had so many tragedies and difficult circumstances in our lives, and we've come through because we're still here. So I think what we should probably focus on is notice the people in your life. It may be many, it may be few, it may be one. I don't know. It's your life. But guys, those are your blessings. Don't forget them. Don't forget to let them know. You never know when is the last moment you'll share with them. So make sure that when you share those moments, you're understanding that that is a blessing to you. There are people that come in and out of our lives. We've talked about this before. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Thana. Where sometimes someone is a blessing and sometimes a blessing or a lesson. But you know, even the lesson is a blessing. If someone comes in your life and it just doesn't work out for whatever reason, first of all, I read a quote that somebody posted this weekend by Jim Carrey that said, just because you're not in my life doesn't make you my enemy. And I thought, what an amazing way to say that. I still want you to eat, just not at my table.
You didn't finish the rest of that.
Yeah, there was a middle part, but I forgot it.
I know. Let's see if I can find it.
Deanne will find it, and I'll say it correct. Anyway, we need to remember that even people that have not stayed in our lives for whatever reason, don't make them your enemy. They don't need to be. Don't wish them harm. What kind of person does that make us? What kind of character does that show within us if we wish harm on someone who just simply cannot be in our lives? I know I don't. Sometimes you got to work at that, you know, because of the amount of pain they caused, but or that you caused them. You know, it's a two-edged sword, isn't it? And so that would be us being grateful for having had them in our lives, even those that have left, and also being grateful for those that we do have, and appreciate them. Appreciate the moments. We can't all get along 24/7, 100%, but we can appreciate one another. Also, we need to show more appreciation, and I realized this weekend, we had all the vets in the audience stand up, and we thanked them for their service and their sacrifice, and we also thanked their families. And they were all teary-eyed, and I thought, Are they not feeling appreciated? We should make sure they do. If it wasn't for them, we would not have had the freedom to even have had that event. We wouldn't have the freedom to get in our vehicles and go to a store. Let's not forget that. I've heard some real ugly things that have happened to not just our police, of course, but to the veterans. And they don't deserve it. They deserve nothing but gratitude and appreciation. You found it?
Well, similar to it. That's kind of... I had to Google it.
Here it is. Just because you lost me as a friend doesn't mean you gained me as an enemy. I'm bigger than that. I still want to see you eat, just not at my table. We all need to think about that. And don't wish harm on anyone. Jan. Hey, Beverly. Oh, Tamanika, that's my girl right there. So really, we talked a little bit about last week when all the hate talk was going on. We talked about that. Let me see. And one of the things we learned this weekend from all the designers really is don't stop believing in yourself. Yeah, it's a Journey song. Go listen to it because it's true. Don't stop believing in yourself or your vision or your dream. Don't let somebody else squish it or whatever. Keep it going. Listen to your own heart and your own mind. You know your limitations, but you also know your potential. Don't give up your potential for other negative things. This year has been really difficult for people in the entire world, but people still want beauty in their homes. Oh, good morning, Mr. Fabulous. Focus on you and your talents. I can't create, like my Mr. Fabulous there, my bonus son. I can't do what Dylan does. I can do what Dre does. So don't compare your creativity or your whatever it is you do. I can't paint signs like Yvette Wright, but I can surely buy them. But I can appreciate her talent. So you, do the best you know how to do, and that's it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Keep your vision and your dream alive. We talked about taking one little step at a time. You know what I say, even if that step is a shuffle, it's still movement. Even if you're stepping back for a step, it's still movement. Sometimes we do have to step back from whatever is going on in our lives, just to take a breath and rejuvenate and refresh ourselves. Then we can take a couple of steps forward again. Just don't stop moving. And when you are creating, or if you go live, or you're out in the world just shopping, whatever it is, handle it with enthusiasm. You might not get that moment. You can't get that moment back, but you may not get a chance for that moment again. Why not be enthusiastic about it? Why not be excited that you got that moment, that you were able to go to, dinner at a restaurant, that you were able, we need to learn to appreciate the things that we were probably taking for granted prior to the COVID shutdowns. I know I do. I miss my waitress being able to stand at my table instead of 6 feet away. That's just feels rude. And don't forget, and to straighten someone else's crown. Y'all know they crowned me the Queen of Joy this weekend, so I know what I'm talking about. Straighten someone else's crown. If you see it slipping, if you see it tilting a little far, go help them straighten it. Give them that love and encouragement that they need. Y'all, it hurts my heart to see people wanting to rip that crown off somebody's head instead of helping to straighten it. We need to support one another. And I'm not just talking about us women supporting each other. We can support the guys too. Well, gosh, they deserve it. Look how hard they work. But we need to support one another as well. Let's include us all. There'll be no exclusivity, and there'll be no complaining. Well, there might be a little, because you always got that, Negative Nelly. Let's be positive Polly. I don't know Polly, but I'm sure she's positive.
Can you give us the name of the designer that created the shoe centerpiece?
Why, yes, I can. That would be Andrea Brown. Yes, it was. Yo.
And Regina.
Huh?
With Regina.
Oh, with Regina? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes. The one on stage, that was Regina White. That was her first live. She was such a good sport because I called her out on it when she was in the audience, and I said, you're going to do a live when I go live on Saturday. She said, okay, I'll do it. She did. She rocked it. This lady, I promise you, will be either a life coach or a business coach, a personal coach, something, because she gave it from her heart. Regina, I love you. Her and I did that shoe that you saw designed together. The other two shoes that were there that we also donated and raised money with, I did.
Well, one was Sandy Loomis's shoe.
Well, I gave it to her. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, remember that your dreams are yours. And one of the things that we have a tendency to do, I know I do, we kind of have a tendency to compare ourselves. Stop it. Just stop it. And use your power. We discussed this last week. I know because I wrote it down. To take action. If you're sitting on the couch, and by that I mean that as a descriptive term, some of us have no choice due to disabilities than to actually sit on the couch. But even if you're sitting on the couch, you can take action. Take action to help other people. We've seen so many people lose loved ones lately. Reach out to them. You know, the ones that reached out to me 2 or 3 weeks after, you know, everybody sent cards and condolences that first week or two, and then it all stopped. What that feels like is that your loved ones cease to be important now. They're important to you, but others, you know, and it's simply because we don't know what to do or say. So I got cards a few weeks after. Those meant the world to me because it was a gentle reminder that my babies were not forgotten. My dad was not forgotten. My grief was not forgotten. So let's remember these loved ones, these people within our community, their families, because we've lost a lot of people. Remember to reach out. You don't have to write a long letter. If you are on their page, just send them a quick note and say, hey, I hope you're doing okay. I was thinking about you today. Something simple, nothing crazy. Or, hi, I'm keeping you in my prayers for continuing peace and comfort in your time of loss. Those kinds of things. Just something simple. Because it serves as a reminder. It also helps them validate their grief. Because believe it or not, just a few weeks after a loss, you get a lot of people that are suggesting that you move on. Doesn't work that way, y'all. Doesn't work. Many of you here who have lost loved ones know exactly what I'm talking about. Grief is a forever thing. It doesn't go away. You don't move on. You continue moving forward in your life, of course. Sunshine today. But it's nice when people, you know, when the anniversary of the kid's accident comes up, and it's been 20 years now, y'all. Everyone sends me the kindest, I'm thinking about you today messages. It means a lot. It means to me that my loved one is still important to you all.
Marla had said, OMG, you have me tearing up. I need to take this advice. I have been put down all my life that I cannot do nothing right. Now I'm breathing again. I have a hard time believing in my work, even when I hear customers rant. They're so beautiful. It's hard for me to believe.
Oh, Marla, I'm so sorry. Don't listen, please. I don't want you just to survive your life and think that that's ugly talk that you're hearing. Reach down deep into your heart and your soul and that core person that you are. You know who she is. You be you. You create the hell out of stuff, girl. We need more beauty in the world. And that's your way of shining, is that beauty. Please do not... Oh, God. Brings back my own memories, girl. Please continue shining. People will see the light that you shine. I promise. Those other people can stay in the dark if that's how they feel. They don't appreciate you, but you appreciate you, and we appreciate you and what you're going through. Hey, Stony, how are you? Let me read about little Miss Regina. Regina White, it was such a blessing meeting you. One of the first ladies I met at the hotel lobby. Thank you to all those ladies who you were chatting with and reaching out to me. I was so nervous attending all by myself. Y'all made the nerves just wash away, and I felt welcome. Thank you. There you go. We need to do that in our everyday lives, y'all. We need to help validate each other.
Lori says, I beat myself up on a daily basis and give myself anxiety comparing myself to others. Yes, me.
Even Lori Franklin, with all of her success, doubts herself. That is not uncommon, y'all. But don't let other people, don't give them the power to cause you to feel that way. It's not abnormal to feel, less than. Y'all, it's hard to choose joy 24/7. Trust me.
Amen.
But try to collect joyful thoughts instead of negative thoughts. I've always said, and I've told my kids this, whenever anybody said anything ugly to them, if you take it in here and then it seeps down into your heart, you could begin believing it yourself. We don't want to believe ugly. None of us should believe ugly. We should move past that crap. If we don't give ugly the engagement it's seeking, it'll go away. Eventually, they'll get the message, and then they'll go be ugly in their own little corner until they understand that they too are valuable and worthy, and they step into their own light. That is why it's important for us that have the ability, that have moved past a circumstance, that have survived losses, that have survived, the hurricane survivors. Y'all, a lot of these people lost everything. Their homes, the businesses they worked for, they can't work for. Some of them have lost loved ones. Yet they continue on. I was asked shortly after the kids died, how do you even get up in the morning? Well, it isn't always easy when we're in pain or in grief, but we can do it. The sun comes up and shines on us, or beautiful rain that gives us a rainbow, or a nice snowfall that kind of gives a cleansing blanket to the earth. That happens every day. You get up, you take a deep breath, you ask for some grace, you ask for some help to make it through your day, and you will. And then the next day. And each day, it gets a little bit easier to breathe. It gets a little bit easier to wake up. And your first thought isn't, I don't want to wake up. I don't want to die, but I don't want to wake up. You'll get past it, guys.
Stoney says, move past that crap. Only Dre can say that.
Thanks, Stoney. There you go. Tamanika, very well said. Can you read that while I take a sip of coffee? Did you see it?
Yeah, I was looking at Missy's right above it. Tamanika said, it's such a blessing when people we feel have arrived or are the best share their struggles and vulnerabilities. It's so reassuring to beginners like me. Thank you for all your transparencies and honesty.
That's to all of y'all. Remember, Coffee with Dre, yes, it's about having coffee with Dre, but it's about an interchange of encouragement. we've all been through different battles, and it's encouraging to see that someone else has made it past a battle, is willing to come here, share that. It gives each of us that hope, which is combined with love, right? Faith, hope, love. The greatest of these is love. Susa, you can ask anyone that was there. We had a lot of first-timers there who were very nervous about being there on their own. But before, it was actually like the next day, so that would have been Friday, I got a lot of comments about, wow, I just made a bunch of new friends. We all, at these events, envelop one another in love and friendship. Now, if you're sitting there and no one has approached you, my advice is approach someone. Approach the one you know. Approach the designer you came to see. Approach me. I'll get you hooked up with some people. Don't you worry about that, huh?
If they can catch you.
If they can catch me. Sorry.
One of the Drea team. They'll help you.
Yes, please. My love. Oh, I can't read that fast.
Missy. She said, having a very rough week and need to stay positive. My husband had surgery and complications afterwards that we are dealing with. Lots of extra prayers, please. Trying to stay positive. We'll catch replay after my crazy day ends, but wanted to say hi.
Hi, Missy. Please give your hubby a big hug and a sloppy kiss from me. Tell him we are all praying constantly. We wish him the best. We're praying for you too, girl. That's never easy to be at the side of a loved one in pain or, you know, the surgery, all of those things. So, hearts and love to you, girl. Have a blessed day. My little sparrow showed up.
Sparrow's in the house.
Let's see.
Trina, Drea, my love. Drea, my love. Your word of wisdom that we need in our lives, that we are able to see things in a different light.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell you something that was very touching to me, because I don't say this to be boastful. I say this to help you understand that you never know how important you may be to someone that you've never met. I've gotten lots of comments many times from people who were touched by one of you, and one of you made a difference in their lives. Isn't that amazing? Simply by a comment on a live, right? And I'm going to call you out, Regina, because, you know, we design buddies now. Regina White said to me, Drea, I want you to know that you touched my heart and it changed my life. Now, if you met Regina, she is a happy, sweet, funny. Well, if you saw her on the stage, you were blessed. Funny, very intelligent lady. And I'm like, oh, stop it. She goes, no, really. So then we continued on, because I have to learn how to take compliments. But that helped me to realize that you never know, guys. So be kind, be true, be transparent, help people, step up if someone's grieving and hold their hand. They don't need you to fix it. They know you can't bring their loved one back. They know that you care if you're there. Get that? They know that you care if you are there. So show up. Give them a heart. Send them a little note. Like I said earlier, you have no idea how much that means. Or like Missy Williams, her husband has been struggling for so long, trying to get well, trying to get surgery, all those things. Send her a little note or whatever and say, hey, I'm praying for y'all. I'm thinking about you. These are important. Someone that lost their home in the hurricanes. You know, we all donated to Deco Exchange to the, what did he call it? I forgot. The hurricane, for the hurricane people, so they could eat a good, hot, healthy meal. We all participated in that. Wasn't that amazing? It doesn't take a lot. And you know what? If you don't have a dime, that's okay. You got a smile. That is equally important. Don't forget it. These essential workers, or the checkers, the waitresses, all the people that are there every day dealing with gripey negative people because they don't like the way things are being done. Appreciate them. Let them know you appreciate them. Makes a big difference. That's right, Sharon. Show up and show out. Not asking you to give a handout to a single person. I don't believe in handouts. Hand up. Hand up. Because then you're helping them rise. You're not handing down to them. You're helping them rise when you give them a hand up. Oh, thanks, Dawn. That's sweet. Be the shoulder. Oh, Misty, that's good. I saw it before it slid past me. Be the shoulder for them to lean on. Show up with a casserole. Well, not tuna, please. Just have open arms and open heart for those hurting. Absolutely. Give them some grace and understanding. You're not in their shoes. You don't know what their circumstance may have done to them in their heart and mind. Give people grace. Don't be ugly. All right, there's one other subject I'd like to touch on today. Stop gossiping. You don't need to pick up the phone and call so-and-so that you hadn't talked to in months and months to fill them in on stuff that's nothing but gossip. Gossip can be very evil and hurtful because it's like a wildfire. And if you throw kerosene on that wildfire, it's going to blow up. You know what? It's going to blow up in your face too. Stop it. Stop it. I'm not saying that we're not all going to go, oh my God, can you believe she put those shoes with that dress? Her choice, but still, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about hurtful, slanderous even, gossip. Stop it. It's really not that hard. Step back. And put yourself in the shoes of who you're gossiping about. How would you feel if they were gossiping ugly about you and this wildfire went on and on and on, and people out there are thinking things about you that aren't untrue simply because one person was mad one day or hurt one day and gossiped about you? How would you like it? Think about that. When you're pointing, how many point back at you? That old saying, right? Stop it. And don't include Drea in it. Please. Keep me out of the gossip. I have responded to a number of people that have said, hey, this was said. Is it true? My answer would be, doesn't matter if it's true or not for real. Because it's gossip. It's ugly. Someone's trying to harm someone some way, somehow. Ruin their reputation. Ruin their business. Whatever it is, someone is causing harm. Don't listen. Unless you hear it from the horse's mouth, don't listen to all that nay-nay, right? Aww. Absolutely. Absolutely, Misty. Let's see. Hey, Dre, on Saturday we went out to eat at a cafe. I had a great breakfast, and another person we chatted with paid for our meal. So later, we were able to give a meal to a homeless man. Yeah. Paying it forward. Straight out of your heart. It's beautiful, Trina.
Lori said, wherever, think about breakfast. She said getting breakfast at Jack in the Box, and the girl serving her needs to listen to Coffee with Dre. Because that's under the link.
Oops. And, you know, I know we all say be kind to everyone. You don't know what battles they're having. I think it goes beyond that. I think we do know everybody has some kind of a struggle in their life. I mean, come on. Especially this year, 2020, I'm ready for you to be my hindsight. But we know everybody has a struggle. But I'll tell you what, you don't know if that day you weren't the only one that gave them a smile, that made them feel validated, made them feel seen. You know, where that one just, it hurts my heart. And I don't want the young people of our world to see all this ugliness and all this negativity and think that is the world we're giving them. No. We need to give them a world with smiles, happiness, love, hope. Let's fix it, y'all. We ain't gonna be here forever, and we're leaving behind a bunch of bull hockey. Stop being hateful. Stop being gossipy. Stop being evil. Stop terrorizing people. All the things that are going on, COVID or no COVID, cut it out. Let's show these young people in our world that they can have an amazing life. They can live a full life. They can live their best life with positivity. But if all they see and hear, come on, y'all, I scroll social media. I know it's out there. I see television. I see the magazines and all the things. Stop. If we would just if you can't do it for yourself, please do it for them. I worry about our children and grandchildren. I worry about that beautiful granddaughter and grandson of mine who are such very smart, happy, loving children to grow up and turn into bitter, unloving people because that's the world they're in. Right?
Yes.
Amen. Yes.
Good morning, Trent.
Good morning. How are ya? Is that Trenton?
Mm-hmm.
Trenton, prayers to you and Michael. I hope you're able to get the damage to your warehouse fixed really quickly. So sorry that happened. We left the event with our hearts full, so full they were ready to explode. Thank you all that made that event so amazing and all of the love. Absolutely. Good morning, Tisha. How you doing, beautiful friend? And that's the thing. And stop the jealousy. I think a lot of times we become jealous of someone or something, or their success, whatever, their family, their house, their car, whatever it is. Jealousy, it's nothing but the green ugly monster, and none of us
want what they have.
Huh?
But we want what they have, but we don't want to work as hard for it as they did.
Yeah, everybody that has, I mean, there's a few silver spoons out there, but by and large, everybody that has what they have worked for it, and you can too. But don't compare, and don't allow jealousy, that seed of jealousy, to grow and grow and grow to the point where you become negative, hateful, and also to the point where you aren't happy with yourself either. I see that a lot, and very often I think a lot of the negativity that goes on is the seed of jealousy. That's evil, y'all. Stop. I mean, I could be a little envious about things. I'm envious about anybody that has a cabin in the mountains. Anybody. I don't care what kind of shanty it is.
I'm gonna go buy one then.
Hey, Janice. Good morning. Good morning, Estella. Let's see. Hey, Scotty. Trenton says, we are fine. Thank you so much. Others had it way worse. Thank you, Drea. Absolutely, Trenton. What a great attitude. Thank you for that. Can I just say that I love you and Michael? I had never met Michael till a little over a month ago. I totally enjoyed him. I've known Trenton for at least a couple of years. But Michael, I had never had the pleasure of meeting in person. And I sure did enjoy hanging out with him. I didn't want to the already end. It was so much fun, but I can tell I'm getting older because I was too tired to hang out in the lobby. Y'all, me too. I was invited to go up to the hotels afterwards and hang out, but, we had to sanitize and clean and prepare for the next morning, and then come in and sanitize and clean for the next morning. So that's going to be different next year. I got high counsel, strong counsel from my coaches and buddies, Damon, Tammy, and Scott. And let me tell you, those three didn't pick no bones. They weren't evil, but they didn't take it easy on me.
They hardly didn't leave no meat on those bones.
Dre, don't tell them, and don't tell him that, right? I gotta ask y'all a question later today, Trenton. Let's see.
Tamanika had a good one here. Let's see if I can find
Me
it.
too, Lori. I stopped following a lot of pages too. I don't. The negativity. I can't.
Tamanika said, COVID/quarantine has been like alcohol. It hasn't created new people. It has amplified what was already in people. It's so sad.
It is so
And
sad.
that is true.
But you're right. Times of stress and struggle sometimes bring out the character of people. I've been shocked and surprised by some that I expected more from, I guess. And that is my problem, that I had those expectations. And I've been really saddened by some of the ugly talk about people. And I've gone on some lives and I see some ugly comments and I'm like, why? Why? Can't you just move it along? You don't have to watch. They're bringing you into their home, into their lives.
Which one?
You don't have to.
Teresa Johnson.
I mean, hate breeds hate. Negativity breeds negativity. Positivity breeds positivity. What? What? Yes. What? Did y'all have something?
Yeah.
You have to say a little louder so
Wait a minute, I
I
gotta
can.
find her.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Teresa Johnson. I've just got out of an abusive marriage of 30 years.
I'm going to turn it to you so if you don't speak louder.
Just because it was abusive and everyone says I'm better off doesn't mean I'm not grieving. I lost my husband, my 14-year-old son, and my 14-year-old son was awarded to my abuser. I'm grieving. It's hard to be 54 and on my own. I have 3 adult children by my side. They are my blessings. I'm getting better one day at a time, and I'm so thankful for the love poured out at TDR. I even made new friends and even had a few women come up to me and tell me they are so inspired by my story. I try to inspire women even in the mess I am walking through. Women especially need to be loved and to know they're not alone. Thanks to the welcoming me into the TDR family, my cup is full from this weekend.
Now that makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
But, Teresa, thank you for being an inspiration. Thank you for sharing your story so others can be touched and understand. Because you're right. Just because you walked away from an abusive relationship, kudos to you for having the courage to do that, however, doesn't mean you don't grieve. Oh, spam risk, go away. Doesn't mean you don't grieve the loss of your marriage. You don't grieve the loss of the future you could have had together. So thank you for being forward with your story. I can guarantee you someone was touched by it. And that's all we can do. That is having a servant heart, y'all. It's not always about the money or the giving. Sometimes the giving is just what you guys are doing right here, where we can encourage one another. You can't know sometimes how much I gain from you guys. I'll have a particularly rough week, or someone said something negative or whatever, and then I come in here and join you guys, and the world is a brighter place. So thank you for that as well.
Michael says, hey, Dre.
Hey, Michael. How's that handsome
And then
guy doing?
Regina White says, I know why you prepared the way you did. It was the love you had for us and did not trust our safety to anyone else. That's your style, servant.
Thanks, Regina. See, she always has the best way to put things. Yeah, I got chided a lot for, I don't want to say this way, working hard to make sure every little thing was there. You know, y'all don't need to cook all that stuff. I'm like, you don't understand. This particular TDR is extremely important to us as a community because we got to hang out together. So yes, everything was home cooked. Even the barbecue, my husband and Big John, Sandy's husband, and Bill, Marie's husband, cooked the barbecue. Everything was because I wanted everybody that walked in that door to know they were individually cared about. And that's all it was. Because I know how I'd want to feel. I want to walk into an event or something and not feel like a fly on the wall, but to feel like I'm important and accepted and validated and all that stuff. Thanks, Tony. That's very kind.
Well, you know what we do when people get ugly?
We slap them.
No, you turn your shoulder and you flip that hair.
Yeah. Oh my God, Scott
Yeah,
is so funny, y'all. He'll say, "This is me turning my back on you. This is me flipping my hair at you." You know, he has no hair back there, so it's even funnier. He's just hilarious. Love hanging out with him. You know, some of these designers have been, you know, I've been friends with and known for a number of years, and but I don't really get the chance to hang out with them. So it was nice to have the opportunity in the smaller group we had to get to hang out with them a little bit. Oh, thanks, Maria. I'll make sure they know that the barbecue was the bomb. It really was. You know how much I got? One bite. One bite.
I didn't get any.
Dre team didn't get any.
No.
And the Dre team didn't get any.
Well, at least Don and I didn't.
Oh, I think some of the Dre team may have been taste tested.
I think so too. Estella says, "Do you realize that you gave us comfort and support without even knowing us? We simply give back."
Thank you, Estella, for saying that. And that's on y'all. Y'all are amazing people. Don't ever forget that. Please, don't let somebody make you feel less than. You're not less than. You are just as important as every single other person.
There's that little southern drawl. Less than.
Stop it. You have the power.
Of course, Bobby got one bite.
You have... That potato salad needs a patent. Oh, thanks! It is patented within the family. I'm not allowed to give that recipe out.
But I was here and watched her make it. Just kidding, no I wasn't. I didn't watch you make it, I went to bed.
You know how I make it, you stinker. If she tells anybody, you know. I'm going to be like that old lady. The story goes, and I don't remember what state it's in. Everybody always asks for her cookie recipe, and she's like, "Over my dead body." So when she passed away, she had it etched into the back part of her tombstone.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant, right? That's when you, well, no, because then my girls will have it. Here's the thing. The girls tell me, "Mom, you can't always give your recipes away. You got to give us some secrets to carry on." I say, all right. Oh, thanks, Sandy. You know, we got that recipe from Miss Esther Breeze West. Yes, we did. We got it from her a couple of years ago. Now we can't do anything without it. Oh, good, Lori. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You loved your lemon cake. Yay! We had lemon cake in honor of Monkey's birthday. She's turning the big 2-1. Whatever.
Okay.
We had carrot cake, sheet cake, that I made for in honor of Tammy Hodges' birthday, and then we had Texas sheet cake chocolate that was made by Deanna and Loretta for all the other birthdays we were trying to celebrate. You know, we can't make one for everything. And then Dawn prepared sheet cakes, a cinnamon called Sakatumi. To add on to people's breakfast, or if they wanted a snack or something throughout the day, which that was a blessing. Suzanne loved the chocolate cake. Yes, it was good.
That was especially for her because there was no pecans in it.
What did Shannon say?
Shannon said, oops, wait a minute.
TDR 19.
Changed my biz brain. TDR 20. Changed my personal brain. Look out, here I come.
Yay! You go, girl.
Everybody loved the banana pudding.
I know. We have to tell Loretta, because Loretta and
Sandy.
Well, Loretta, y'all should know, hurt her leg and had to leave early. It happened Friday afternoon,
Yeah.
and then it got worse Saturday. So she, for part of that, she could only sit and direct. So Sandy Gregory, who's like family, well, she is family, and Hillary took care of all that for her. She just told them what to do. So if y'all would say some extra prayers for Loretta, that would be great. She did go get a shot and medication at the hospital yesterday. But if y'all could do that, that would be wonderful. All right, guys, I got company coming. Bobby and her daughter Ashley are coming out to take a ride around the ranch with my husband. And then I've got to head to the workshop. Feels like it. The warehouse to help out there. And I have a 4 o'clock live in my group. So I need to finish me some coffee and head on with my day. Thank you all for joining. I'm not sure what our topic will be next week, but it's going to be good.
Somebody wanted to know how to join the group.
Our private group?
I'm assuming it was the Drea Creative.
Go to this page that you're watching Coffee with Dre on. Go to groups and click in Dre's Creative Corral, right?
Yes.
And then it directs you from there. I don't really know how it works,
And
y'all.
please answer the questions after you set up your payment.
Be sure you answer the questions because they'll decline. I don't do that. That's Deanna's job. All right, guys. Have a blessed week. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the love and positivity the last few days have brought into my life. That spark, that sparkle, that bit of energy needed to fly into fourth quarter from our business standpoint. And just feeling the love, and that it gives you hope, y'all, when you're around a bunch of positive people. It just gives you hope. We detoxed this weekend. We hope that you did too. Those of y'all that detox, don't go back to that, what you were doing the day before TDR. Stay positive. Keep moving on. Keep doing your baby steps or your big giant leaps, whatever it is, stage of the game you're at. Please do that. Continue to be beacons of light instead of beacons of hate. What?
Esther says, put me down for banana pudding for 2021 as my dessert donation.
All right. Yeah, we're going to... Thanks, Esther. We're going to do potluck dessert for 2021. It was suggested and the whole audience was like, I'm in. For locals. I mean, I don't expect you to fly with dessert. But anyway, that'll be fun. That'll be kind of more like a family reunion really is. We'll probably cater the food this time, though, so that we can really sit back and enjoy each and every one of you and spend some time with y'all instead of continually, going and going. Love you all. Never give up your power. You got it in you to be who you are supposed to be, that authentic you. You have that power. Use that power to do that. Once you use that power to better yourself, you're going to be better for everybody else. Remain a servant from your heart. Servant doesn't always mean money. Use a little bit of that power to always, always, always choose joy, y'all. See you later. See you next week for sure. 10 o'clock Monday. Bye.